You have a big dream. You think about it constantly. You imagine the business succeeding, the channel growing, the money coming in, and the person you'll become when everything finally works. But when it's time to do the work, you freeze, you overthink, you prepare, you wait for the right moment, and another day passes without anything changing. But bro, I don't believe you're lazy. I think there's a deeper reason you dream so big but do so little. And it might be uncomfortable to admit. You're not only afraid the dream will fail, you're afraid of finding out whether you're actually the person you've imagined yourself becoming. Because right now the dream is perfect. As long as you haven't fully committed, you can still tell yourself, I could build a successful business. I could become a successful creator. I could change my entire life. You still have potential. But the moment you take action, the potential has to face reality. You might publish the video and nobody watches. You might launch the business and nobody buys. You might discover that you're not as prepared, disciplined, or talented as you thought you were. So your mind makes a quiet agreement with you. Don't fully try, and you never have to discover whether you can actually do it. That's why some people spend years researching, planning, healing, learning, and talking about what they're going to build. It looks like preparation. Sometimes it even feels like progress. But beneath all of it, they're protecting the dream from reality. And bro, I know that because I did it. For years, I knew YouTube was connected to my purpose. I imagined reaching thousands of people. I imagined building a successful business around my message. I would start, stop, change direction, and convince myself that I needed another strategy or another breakthrough before I could fully commit. Some of that healing and preparation genuinely helped me. But if I'm being completely honest, some of it protected me. As long as I was preparing to become the person who could build the dream, I didn't have to face the possibility that I might give everything I had and still fall short. I was in love with my potential, but I wasn't consistently willing to experience the messy reality of becoming that person because potential feels good. Potential is clean. There are no embarrassing failures inside your imagination, but building the dream is repetitive. It's uncertain. Sometimes you work hard and nothing happens. Nobody applauds for you. Nobody recognizes your effort. And that's where most dreamers retreat into another plan. But here's what changed my life. I stopped asking myself, what if this doesn't work? And I started asking, what am I going to find out by doing it? Let me find out what happens if I consistently upload. Let me find out whether this business idea can help somebody. Let me find out what I need to improve. Let me find out who I become if I stop quitting. That question changes everything because you're no longer demanding that the first action prove your entire future. You're running an experiment. The video performs poorly, you found something to improve. If the offer doesn't sell, you learn something about the market. If your first attempt exposes a weakness, now you know what skill to build. Action gives you information that thinking never will. You cannot think your way into certainty. Some answers only appear after you move. And every time you move, something even more important happens. You create evidence of who you're becoming. You don't become an entrepreneur before you start building. Building makes you an entrepreneur. You don't become disciplined and then show up consistently. Every time you show up, you become more disciplined. You don't wait until you completely believe in yourself before taking the risk. Belief grows when you watch yourself take action despite the fear. That's how your identity changes. Not through one giant decision, but through small actions that contradict the old story. So choose one action you've been postponing. Don't pressure yourself to build an entire business today. Send one message, make one offer, record one video, research one opportunity, take one real step that allows you to find out what happens next. Because waiting might feel safe, but waiting is costing you. It costs you peace every time you see someone else doing what you know you were called to do. It costs you belief every time you break another promise to yourself. Eventually, the pain of never finding out will become greater than the pain of failing. 5 years from now, the dream could still be perfect inside your imagination, or it could be real, imperfect, and changing your life. But you cannot have both. At some point, you have to stop protecting your potential and start becoming the person you keep imagining. And sometimes the reason you continue protecting the dream is because an old identity has convinced you that you're going to fail anyway. For years, I didn't just believe that I had failed. I believed I was a failure. I believed I was a fuck up and a loser. And when that story controls your identity, you'll keep hesitating, sabotaging opportunities, and abandoning the work because part of you doesn't believe you're capable of winning. Taking myself through the truth process helped me separate what happened to me from who I actually am. I'm not a failure. I'm somebody who kept getting back up. I'm not a loser. I'm a freaking winner. That transformation is why I created Courage Unleashed. Inside, I take you through the same 5-step truth process to help you uncover the false identity controlling your decisions, reconnect with who you truly are, and develop the courage to pursue your dream. I dropped the price more than 50% off right now. If you're ready to stop protecting your potential and finally discover what you're capable of creating, join me inside Courage Unleashed through the link below. You don't need to know whether the dream will work. Take the first step and find out. And no matter what, bro, do not give up on yourself.